More than 150 years ago, an El Paso barber made state history when he became the first African-American man to vote in the state just after the ratification of the 15th Amendment.
In today's We the People, we learn how a local museum is preserving his story and the lessons it still holds for voters today with Imani McClay.
Today, casting a ballot may seem routine, but right here in El Paso, one man's trip to the polls over a century ago became a defining moment in Illinois history. When David Strother arrived at the polls on April 4th of 1870, he believed he had the right to vote. The Civil War chef and barber had been invited by El Paso's mayor after the 15th Amendment granted black men the right to cast a ballot. But when Strother arrived, an election judge turned him away.
One in particular denies him the right to vote. He says he's not aware of the 15th Amendment. So David returns here, resumes cutting hair.
Hours later, after officials confirmed the amendment had been ratified, Strother was called back to the polls, where he cast what became the first African-American vote in Illinois. Today, that story is preserved inside the Project XV Museum, a space inspired by local students who uncovered Strother's legacy during a history class project.
The kids really thought it was interesting, and they're like, we got to do something. We got to tell his story. I can't believe people don't know this. And I'm like, well, we could design a museum around this space. What do you think?
Museum leaders say Strother's perseverance remains relevant as voting rights continue to be debated across the country.
We can certainly see parallels between what's going on today in an attempt to disenfranchise certain voting groups and what happened in the past. Some of the same things seem to be happening again in different ways. The fight for rights for everyone is never really over.
The museum explores voting rights struggles throughout American history, from Reconstruction to the present day.
Our words in our exhibits have to match our mission that all votes matter. And so that's why that was important to us, to expand it beyond just the African-American voting struggle, because lots of groups, I mean, half the population, women weren't allowed to vote except in New Jersey at the founding in 1776. So that's half of the American population right there denied the right to vote.
In El Paso, Imani McClay, 25 News.
And we're going to